Do you ever find yourself struggling to see clearly at the end of the day? Have you noticed that when you try to read the paper or look at your phone at night, the words suddenly become a frustrating blur, as if the letters are dancing on the page? Do your eyes feel achy, watery, or even start to tear up for no apparent reason? Do you find yourself rubbing them, perhaps blaming the harsh lighting, or assuming it's just a normal part of getting older? As a personal consulting physician, I can tell you this: it's not simply a matter of age. This is the next installment in our eye health series, and today we're discussing how to actively protect and support your eyes while you're sleeping. I know this may sound surprising. After all, most people believe that the key to eye care lies in using drops, wearing blue, light-blocking glasses, or taking expensive supplements. But what if I told you that by simply drinking a glass of natural juice before you go to bed, you could help your eyes rest, repair, and even see more clearly the very next morning? In my 30 years of working with patients over 60, I've observed a powerful pattern. It's not your age that's wearing out your vision, it's the quiet nightly accumulation of inflammation, poor blood flow, and toxins that silently deteriorates your eyesight. This is why I'm here today to guide you through 4 simple, easy-to-make juices. Each juice is designed to address a specific root cause of eye fatigue, dryness, and that frustrating nighttime blurriness. You don't need any fancy equipment, and you don't need to change your life completely. But if you'll stay with me until the very end, you'll learn exactly how to give your eyes the support they've been waiting for. And I promise you, the last juice we discuss might be the one that makes the most profound difference. And if this is your first time here and you're committed to healthy aging, maintaining your vision and energy, and staying independent for years to come, please subscribe. Now let's begin. Let's start with a remedy that seems almost too simple to be effective: cucumber juice. You've probably used cucumber slices to soothe your eyes, haven't you? That cool, refreshing sensation isn't just a spa day trend. There's genuine science behind it. Now imagine delivering those same restorative properties directly to your retina, your optic nerve, and your entire ocular system from the inside out. Let me explain the process. Your eyes are incredibly sensitive to fluid imbalances and inflammation. Cucumber is one of the most effective natural ways to address both, especially at night when your circulation slows and your body's detoxification processes are most active. Cucumber is composed of over 95% structured water, which means it provides more efficient hydration than plain water alone. But hydration is only the beginning. It also contains powerful anti-inflammatory compounds like cucurbits, which have been proven to reduce oxidative stress in vascular tissues. It also provides silica, a mineral that supports the integrity of the connective tissues in the cornea and sclera. And then there's vitamin K, which plays a critical role in strengthening the tiny capillaries that nourish your retina. According to a 2021 review published in the journal Nutrients, cucumbers exhibit significant antioxidant and anti-inflammatory activity, helping to reduce levels of pro-inflammatory cytokines that are directly linked to both macular degeneration and dry eye disease. Even more interesting, a 2019 study in the Journal of Ocular Pharmacology and Therapeutics found that improving hydration and microcirculation in the eye can reduce intraocular pressure, a key factor in glaucoma and nighttime eye pain. But here's the most exciting part for me. Cucumber naturally supports your kidneys and liver, your body's essential filtration organs. By gently reducing fluid retention and sodium load, it improves blood flow to your eyes, detoxifies the optic pathway, and may even help reduce the pressure that can build up in aging eyes overnight. I had a patient, a 72-year-old named Marilyn, who was struggling with burning, watery eyes every single night around 8:00 p.m. She told me, "Doctor, it's like my eyes are crying without me." We tried just one thing: a half glass of cucumber juice before bed 5 nights a week. After only 10 days, her words changed. She said, "I actually forgot my eye drops last night, and I didn't even notice until morning." What changed wasn't just her eyes. It was her body's ability to nourish and protect them while she was sleeping. So how do you make it? It's remarkably simple. Just take half a cucumber with the skin still on and a small splash of water. Blend it together. Then add a tiny pinch of sea salt for electrolytes and drink it 30 to 60 minutes before you go to bed. That's all. No sugar, no lemon, no extra ingredients. Just let the cucumber do what it was designed to do. Cool inflammation, hydrate tissues, and support the quiet healing your eyes have been craving. Next, we'll explore a small, powerful berry with a reputation for enhancing memory and focus. But its greatest gift just might be to the blood vessels in your retina. Let's talk about blueberries. Now let's shift from the color green to a deep blue. Blueberries are tiny, sweet, and unassuming, but when it comes to your eyes, they may be one of nature's most powerful allies. Let me explain why. Inside each blueberry is a rich store of anthocyanins, the pigments that give them their deep, purplish-blue color. But these anthocyanins aren't just for show. They're potent antioxidants that work specifically within microvascular tissues, the tiny, delicate blood vessels that nourish your eyes. Your retina, which is the light-sensing tissue at the back of your eye, is extremely metabolically active. It requires a constant supply of oxygen and nutrients delivered through a network of tiny capillaries. As we age, that delicate delivery system can begin to break down. Blood flow slows, free radicals build up, and the cells of your retina can start to degenerate. That's when you begin to notice blurry vision at night, difficulty focusing, or that frustrating sensation where your eyes just can't keep up with fast-moving images like watching television or driving after sunset. The anthocyanins found in blueberries help reverse that process. They've been shown to increase rhodopsin regeneration, a critical pigment in your rods, the part of your eye responsible for night vision. They also help strengthen the walls of your capillaries, reduce leakage, and improve oxygen delivery to the retina. In a 2020 study published in Investigative Ophthalmology and Visual Science, researchers found that daily supplementation with anthocyanin-rich extracts significantly improved contrast sensitivity and retinal blood flow in adults with early signs of visual decline. Another study from the journal Nutrients in 2019 reported that blueberry consumption over a 12-week period improved eye fatigue scores and reduced oxidative markers in office workers who were exposed to long hours of screen time. I had a patient named George, a 69-year-old retired school teacher who loved to drive. But he came to me one day and said, "Doctor, I don't drive at night anymore. I just can't see the lights clearly. It's like everything has a halo." We didn't go high-tech. We simply added one habit, a half cup of fresh blueberry juice 45 minutes before bed. No sugar, no additives. Just 3 weeks later, George drove to his appointment with confidence. He said, "I took the long way home last night. I haven't done that in years. It wasn't magic. It was a simple matter of restored circulation." If you want to make blueberry juice at home, keep it simple. Use fresh or frozen blueberries, a splash of water, and a gentle blend. That's it. Just as with the cucumber juice, drink it about 30 to 60 minutes before you sleep. Let the anthocyanins do their important work while your eyes are resting and rebuilding. Next, we're going to talk about a juice that works deeper than the eye itself, a juice that supports the crucial organ behind your vision. Any guesses? We'll discuss celery next, and the profound liver-eye connection that most people completely miss. Now we're moving into a territory that might surprise you, because this next juice isn't just for your eyes, it's for your liver. You see, in both ancient medicine and modern science, there's a strong, often overlooked connection between liver health and vision. In traditional Chinese medicine, they say the liver opens into the eyes. And in clinical terms, we now understand that poor liver detoxification contributes to oxidative stress, high toxin levels in the bloodstream, and poor circulation, all of which directly impact your eyes. If your liver is sluggish, whether due to age, diet, medications, or environmental toxins, your blood becomes heavier, thicker, and less efficient at transporting oxygen to the delicate tissues of the eye. And that is where celery juice comes in. Celery is rich in compounds called phthalides, which are known to relax blood vessels, reduce blood pressure, and improve overall circulation. It's also high in apigenin, a natural flavonoid shown in the Journal of Functional Foods to have liver protective effects, reducing liver enzyme levels and increasing bile flow, which helps your body get rid of waste more efficiently. In a 2018 study published in the World Journal of Gastroenterology, patients with fatty liver disease who consumed celery extract daily saw significant improvements in liver function markers and inflammatory load, both of which are closely tied to eye health outcomes in aging adults. And celery's high content of polyphenols and antioxidants further assists in reducing the systemic inflammation that can impair vision. Let me put a face to this. Patricia, a 74-year-old patient of mine, came to me complaining of puffy eyes, especially in the morning. She told me, "It's like I haven't slept. Even when I do, my eyes are always swollen." After ruling out allergies and sleep issues, I looked at her liver profile. Her enzymes were slightly elevated, nothing alarming, but enough to slow her body's overnight detox process. We added 1 small glass of fresh celery juice before bed 5 nights a week. Within 2 weeks, her morning puffiness was gone. She walked in smiling without her glasses and said, "My mirror doesn't lie. I look like I actually rested last night." Celery juice works best when it's pure and fresh. Use about 2 to 3 stalks, including the leaves, and blend with a small amount of water. Avoid adding apple, lemon, or other fruits at night. Keep it clean so your liver doesn't have to process any extra sugars. Drink it 30 to 60 minutes before you sleep and give your liver a chance to reset so your eyes can wake up refreshed. Now up next is a juice you probably expected to see in this video, but we are going to look at it differently because what carrots can do at night, especially in combination with sleep hormones, may completely surprise you. We've all heard it. Eat your carrots. They're good for your eyes. But I want to ask you a different question. Why specifically are they good for your eyes? And more importantly, when are they most effective? Let's begin with the obvious. Carrots are rich in beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A, an essential nutrient for the production of rhodopsin, the pigment that allows your eyes to see in low light. Without enough rhodopsin, your rod cells, the ones responsible for night vision, can't function properly. That's why vitamin A deficiency is directly linked to night blindness. But here's where the story gets more interesting. At night, your body naturally produces melatonin, a hormone that promotes sleep. But melatonin isn't just about rest, it also plays a critical role in retinal repair. Studies published in the Journal of Pineal Research suggest that melatonin interacts with retinal cells to reduce oxidative stress, regulate intraocular pressure, and promote photoreceptor survival. Now imagine combining melatonin's natural nighttime repair functions with the powerful antioxidant and regenerative properties of carrot juice. That's not just prevention, that's genuine healing. In fact, a 2022 study in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience found that older adults who consumed beta-carotene-rich foods at night had significantly better adaptation to low-light conditions and slower age-related retinal thinning compared to those who consumed the same nutrients earlier in the day. And in clinical observations published in Nutrients, beta-carotene and lutein, showed enhanced absorption and efficacy when paired with a stable sleep cycle. It all comes down to timing. Carrot juice before bed doesn't just nourish your eyes. It works in synergy with your body's natural circadian rhythm to rebuild, protect, and restore. I had a patient named Alan, a 7-year-old man. He wasn't blind, but he'd stopped reading before bed. He told me, "I love books, doctor, but every time I try to read at night, the words just fuzz together." We didn't add glasses. We added a simple ritual, 1 glass of carrot juice, 60 minutes before he went to sleep. Within 2 weeks, he was back to reading. But what touched me even more was what he said next. "It's not just my eyes, Doc. It's my peace. I have my quiet nights back." Carrot juice is easy to make. Just take 2 medium carrots, scrubbed but unpeeled, and blend with a little water. No sugar, no ginger, no extras, not at night. Drink it slowly. Let your body absorb every drop because your eyes don't just need fuel, they need support while they sleep. And carrot juice taken at the right time can be the perfect partner in that repair process. Up next, I'll give you the complete routine when to drink each juice, how to rotate them, and what small mistakes you need to avoid. We've talked about the ingredients. Now it's time for the plan. Now that you understand the science behind each juice, let me show you how to put them into a practical routine. This routine isn't complicated. In fact, one of the reasons it works so well is because it's gentle, simple, and easy to stick with, especially if you're over 60 and looking for natural ways to support your health without turning your life upside down. Here's what I recommend. Pick 1 juice per night. You don't need all 4 at once. Your body heals best when it isn't overwhelmed. You can start with cucumber on Monday, blueberry on Tuesday, celery on Wednesday, carrot on Thursday, and then simply repeat the cycle. Some of my patients like to stick with just 2 or 3 of the juices and rotate them, and that's perfectly fine. This is not a strict prescription. It's a rhythm. When should you drink it? Aim for 30 to 60 minutes before you go to bed. Not right after dinner, and not right as you're climbing into bed with your toothbrush still in your mouth. You want to give your body enough time for the juice to digest and start circulating before you fall asleep. Keep the portion modest, about 4 to 6 ounces. That's a half a glass, not a full blender jar. You aren't trying to flood your body, you're trying to whisper to it. Here's what you need. I trust you to do the rest. Avoid adding sugar fruit juices or boosters like lemon ginger or turmeric, at least at bedtime. Those ingredients have their place, but not when your body is trying to wind down. And remember, consistency beats intensity. Even if you only follow this routine 3 or 4 nights a week, your body will feel the difference. One more thing to keep in mind if you take medications at night, especially diuretics or blood pressure pills, space your juice 60 to 90 minutes away from them to avoid any potential interference. And if you have kidney disease, diabetes, or other chronic conditions, please speak to your doctor first. Most of these juices are safe, but your body is unique and deserves individualized care. This isn't a challenge or a detox. It's a gift. 1 small glass each night to help your eyes heal while you rest. And now, before we close, let me remind you why this truly matters. Why these small, consistent choices can help you wake up in the morning and see the world just a little more clearly. So you've made it to the end. That tells me something very important about you. You care. You're not giving up on your eyes or on your health just because a few birthdays have passed. And let me share a truth from over 30 years of medical practice. Eyes don't just go bad. They get tired. They get ignored. They get starved of the nutrients, the rest, and the attention they need. But when you begin to care for them again, gently, consistently, with just a little love each night, they respond. That is the beauty of the human body. No matter your age, it remembers how to heal. So tonight, perhaps you'll choose cucumber or blueberries, or maybe carrots. If you're craving something warm and familiar, it doesn't matter where you start. What matters is that you start. That you end your day with a small act of care for the 2 most precious windows you have to this world. And if this video helped you even just a little, if you learned something new, or felt a bit more hopeful about your own vision, then please like this video and share it with someone you care about. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear which juice you're trying first. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe, because we're just getting started on this journey to clearer eyes and stronger, healthier years. Thank you truly for staying with me all the way through. I'll see you in the next video. But until then, please take care of your eyes tonight. They've been waiting for you.